Friends, we have a small request. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please subscribe now. Like, share, and express your opinions in the comments if you like this video. Your comments, whether positive or negative, are valuable to us. We consider them as suggestions and strive to implement them in future videos. Thank you. Let's start the practice test.
What is the official name of the United Kingdom? Option A, United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. Option B, Kingdom of England and Wales. Option C, British Isles. Option D, United Kingdom of Scotland. The correct answer is United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. Explanation: the official name of the country is the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. This name reflects the union of England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland, distinguishing it from other regions. Which of the following is not a part of the fundamental principles of British life? Option A, democracy. Option B, individual liberty. Option C, religious extremism. Option D, tolerance of differing beliefs. The correct answer is religious extremism. Explanation: religious extremism is not part of the fundamental principles of British life. The UK values tolerance and respect for diverse beliefs, and extremism is contrary to these principles. Which of the following rights is guaranteed to UK citizens? Option A, right to free housing. Option B, right to unlimited healthcare. Option C, right to free education at all levels. Option D, right to vote in elections. The correct answer is right to vote in elections. Explanation: UK citizens have the right to vote in elections, which allows them to participate in the democratic process by choosing their government representatives. This fundamental right ensures that citizens can have a say in how the country is governed. Which document established the idea that no one, including the king, is above the law? Option A, Bill of Rights. Option B, Magna Carta. Option C, Habeas Corpus Act. Option D, Act of Union. The correct answer is Magna Carta. Explanation: the Magna Carta, signed in 1215, established the principle that everyone, including the king, is subject to the law. This document laid the foundation for the development of constitutional law in the UK. What is the main role of the House of Lords? Option A, to create new laws exclusively. Option B, to represent the monarchy. Option C, to scrutinize and amend proposed legislation. Option D, to oversee local government. The correct answer is to scrutinize and amend proposed legislation. Explanation: the House of Lords is responsible for scrutinizing proposed legislation from the House of Commons. Members can suggest amendments and ensure that laws are carefully considered before they are enacted. Which of the following best describes a constitutional monarchy? Option A, the monarch's powers are limited by law and parliament. Option B, the monarch has absolute power over the government. Option C, the monarchy is elected by the people. Option D, the monarch is the head of the church. The correct answer is the monarch's powers are limited by law and parliament. Explanation: a constitutional monarchy means that the monarch's powers are limited by a constitution or laws, and the government operates through elected representatives in parliament, ensuring democratic governance. What does the term devolution refer to in the context of the UK? Option A, the process of reducing the parliament's powers. Option B, the establishment of the monarchy. Option C, the unification of England and Scotland. Option D, the transfer of powers from the central government to local governments. The correct answer is the transfer of powers from the central government to local governments. Explanation: devolution refers to the transfer of certain powers from the central UK government to regional governments in Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland, allowing them to legislate on specific issues. What is the significance of the Good Friday Agreement? Option A, it established the UK as a nuclear power. Option B, it resolved the conflict in Northern Ireland. Option C, it created the Welsh Assembly. Option D, it ended the English Civil War. The correct answer is it resolved the conflict in Northern Ireland. Explanation: the Good Friday Agreement, signed in 1998, was a pivotal accord that helped to resolve the conflict in Northern Ireland, establishing a framework for political cooperation and peace between communities. Which of the following is a right protected under the Human Rights Act 1998? Option A, right to free housing. Option B, right to vote. Option C, right to a fair trial. Option D, right to free education. The correct answer is right to a fair trial. Explanation: the Human Rights Act 1998 incorporates the European Convention on Human Rights into UK law, ensuring that every individual has the right to a fair trial, among other fundamental rights. What is the role of the Speaker in the House of Commons? Option A, to represent the government. Option B, to keep order during debates. Option C, to vote on all legislation. Option D, to appoint the Prime Minister. The correct answer is to keep order during debates. Explanation: the Speaker of the House of Commons is responsible for maintaining order during debates, ensuring that parliamentary rules are followed, and representing the House in its relations with the monarch and the House of Lords. Which of the following is a legal requirement for becoming a British citizen? Option A, to pass a driving test. Option B, to speak Welsh. Option C, to own property in the UK. Option D, to have lived in the UK for 5 years. The correct answer is to have lived in the UK for 5 years. Explanation: to become a British citizen, one must usually have lived in the UK for a minimum of 5 years. This residency requirement helps ensure that applicants have integrated into British society and understand its customs and laws. Which of the following statements about the UK Parliament is true? Option A, it is bicameral, consisting of the House of Commons and House of Lords. Option B, the monarch has total control over Parliament. Option C, the members of both houses are elected. Option D, it consists of only the House of Commons. The correct answer is, it is bicameral, consisting of the House of Commons and House of Lords. Explanation: the UK Parliament is bicameral, consisting of the House of Commons and the House of Lords. This structure allows for a system of checks and balances in the legislative process, ensuring diverse representation. What is the significance of the National Health Service, NHS? Option A, it provides free education to all citizens. Option B, it manages public transport. Option C, it is responsible for policing the UK. Option D, it was established to ensure free healthcare for all. The correct answer is, it was established to ensure free healthcare for all. Explanation: the National Health Service, NHS, was established in 1948 to provide free healthcare to all UK residents at the point of use. It represents a commitment to public health and social welfare in Britain. What role does the Commonwealth play in the UK? Option A, it is a governing body that enforces laws in the UK. Option B, it is a military alliance for defense purposes. Option C, it is an association of countries working towards democracy and development. Option D, it is a charity organization providing aid to the UK. The correct answer is, it is an association of countries working towards democracy and development. Explanation: the Commonwealth is an association of countries, most of which were formerly part of the British Empire. It promotes democracy, human rights, and economic development among its member states, fostering cooperation and cultural exchange. What does the term devolved administration refer to? Option A, a system of local councils. Option B, the transfer of powers to regional governments. Option C, a government that has been overthrown. Option D, a military government. The correct answer is the transfer of powers to regional governments. Explanation: devolved administration refers to the transfer of certain powers from the central government to regional governments in Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland, allowing them to legislate on specific issues that affect their areas directly. Which of the following is not a part of the UK Parliament? Option A, House of Commons. Option B, House of Lords. Option C, Monarch. Option D, Supreme Court. The correct answer is Supreme Court. Explanation: the Supreme Court is not part of the UK Parliament. It is the highest court in the country, responsible for interpreting laws, while Parliament consists of the House of Commons, House of Lords, and the monarch. Which of the following acts establish the principle of habeas corpus? Option A, the Magna Carta. Option B, the Bill of Rights. Option C, the Human Rights Act. Option D, the Crime and Disorder Act. The correct answer is the Magna Carta. Explanation: the Magna Carta, signed in 1215, established the principle of habeas corpus, which protects individuals from unlawful detention. This foundational legal principle is a cornerstone of individual rights in the UK. Which statement is true regarding the UK's legal system? Option A: all laws are made by the monarchy. Option B: the law applies equally to everyone in the UK. Option C: judges can change laws at their discretion. Option D: only the House of Lords makes laws. The correct answer is the law applies equally to everyone in the UK. Explanation: in the UK, the law applies equally to everyone, ensuring that all individuals, regardless of status or background, are treated the same under the law. This principle is fundamental to the rule of law and justice in society. What are the two main types of law in the UK? Option A: civil and military law. Option B: constitutional and administrative law. Option C: criminal and civil law. Option D: statutory and common law. The correct answer is criminal and civil law. Explanation: the two main types of law in the UK are criminal law, which deals with crimes and their punishments, and civil law, which addresses disputes between individuals or organizations, such as contracts and property issues. What is the purpose of the opposition in UK Parliament? Option A: to support the government's policies. Option B: to create new legislation. Option C: to represent the monarchy. Option D: to challenge and scrutinize the government's actions. The correct answer is to challenge and scrutinize the government's actions. Explanation: the opposition in UK Parliament serves to challenge and scrutinize the government's actions, holding it accountable and providing alternative viewpoints on policies and legislation, which is essential for a healthy democracy. What is the primary responsibility of the police in the UK? Option A: to provide legal advice to citizens. Option B: to manage the courts. Option C: to enforce laws and maintain public order. Option D: to oversee elections. The correct answer is to enforce laws and maintain public order. Explanation: the primary responsibility of the police in the UK is to enforce laws and maintain public order. They play a crucial role in preventing crime, protecting citizens, and ensuring safety in communities. What is the primary function of the judiciary in the UK? Option A: to create new laws. Option B: to interpret the law and ensure fair trials. Option C: to enforce laws. Option D: to represent the government in Parliament. The correct answer is to interpret the law and ensure fair trials. Explanation: the judiciary in the UK is responsible for interpreting the law and ensuring that trials are conducted fairly. Judges ensure that justice is served according to the law, maintaining the integrity of the legal system. Which of the following is a responsibility of the Prime Minister? Option A: to appoint judges. Option B: to lead the opposition. Option C: to represent the monarchy. Option D: to appoint members of the cabinet. The correct answer is to appoint members of the cabinet. Explanation: the Prime Minister is responsible for appointing members of the cabinet, which consists of senior ministers who head various government departments. This role is crucial in shaping government policy and direction. What is the role of local authorities in the UK? Option A: to manage local services and facilities. Option B: to enforce national laws. Option C: to create new laws. Option D: to represent the monarchy at local events. The correct answer is to manage local services and facilities. Explanation: local authorities are democratically elected bodies that manage local services and facilities, such as education, housing, and transportation. They play a crucial role in delivering public services tailored to the needs of their communities.